at all, but he would have been king had France not been a republic. But the son got put in prison with Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, and he eventually dies from disease, being malnourished, etc. He was beaten almost daily by the revolutionaries. So the kid died, and he was never king, but technically they're going to consider him the 17th. So you go from Louis XVI to now his brother, Louis XVIII, is ruling. He's very unpopular. The French people hate him. Remember, they love Napoleon, and they hate Louis XVIII. So Napoleon hears about how unhappy everybody is in France. And Napoleon escapes off the island of Elba, and he returns to France and rules for 100 days. When Louis XVIII hears that Napoleon has returned to France, he sends his troops out to go and capture Napoleon. Instead of capturing Napoleon, they join with Napoleon, because many of them had already fought with him before. So Napoleon is able to successfully come back and rule over France for 100 days. Now, how does the European coalition or the Quadruple Alliance feel about Napoleon's return? Yeah, they've already defeated him once, exiled him, paid him a pretty good salary, and he just came back to take over France again. So Napoleon tries to reassure the European coalition that he won't try to take over any more countries. He'll promise he'll abide by a liberal constitution, but they don't believe him. So once again, they form their coalition, and they defeat Napoleon again at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. And this is Napoleon's final defeat. Here's another example of Napoleon not being that big of a military genius. Before his final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo, which is located in northern Europe, like Belgium, outside of Belgium, it had rained the night before, so the grounds were all muddy and wet, and Napoleon had ordered his troops to wait until the ground dried before they attacked. And while he and his troops were just waiting it out for the ground to dry, Britain and Prussia came in and attacked him. So I don't know why he would have waited, but maybe I guess it's easier to attack in dry ground than the mud. But anyway, it was a major tactical error on the part of Napoleon to wait. And then they were able to defeat him again. This time, he's exiled off the coast of Africa, St. Helena. And he dies in about 1821. This time, he is not given an army of people. He's not considered the Emperor of St. Helena. He's just there with his wife and a few servants, and that's it. And then he dies in 1821, supposedly of stomach cancer. He had a lot of the symptoms of somebody with stomach cancer. Some people believe he might have been poisoned, slowly poisoned. I don't know. History books say stomach cancer. Any questions about Napoleon? So on Monday, we'll finish up the chapter with Romanticism. It's the last part of this chapter, and we're going to watch a video on Napoleon. It's A&E biography. Tuesday's a half day, and then Wednesday's your test. So that's what your study guides will be due. So if you're already done with your map, great. Then start working on your study guide. If you need to finish your map, do that. The map needs to look like Fourth Hour was turning in maps with the whole Europe colored one color. There needs to be 4 colors on there. 1 color for the enemies, 1 color for the French Empire, 1 for the dependents, and 1 for the Allies. All right? If you're unsure, come see me, but don't just color your whole thing blue. And they only had France written on there as well. You need to label all of the countries. Yes, that would be a good map. If you're unsure, just bring it up to me and I'll help you.